In the heart of the bustling city's central business district stood a towering office building, a battlefield for countless professionals. Within one of the prominent companies, Emily worked as the CEO's secretary. Her boss, David, was a charismatic middle-aged man, successful in his career after many years of hard work in the business world. However, despite his achievements, his marriage was in shambles due to his demanding job. Emily was young, beautiful, and highly responsible in her work. She could always accurately understand David's intentions and handle all tasks meticulously. As they spent more time together, the atmosphere in the office subtly shifted. David's gaze towards Emily began to carry a certain weight, and Emily often felt her heart race when she was around him. One late night, as the entire office floor fell silent, only the light in David's office remained on. Emily entered to deliver some documents, and David's gaze lingered on her for a long moment. Suddenly, he stood and walked towards her, gently placing his hands on her shoulders. Emily's heart skipped a beat, feeling the heat of his breath against her skin. In the charged atmosphere, their lips gradually drew closer. From that moment on, their relationship became increasingly intimate. The emotional entanglement in the office grew like an uncontrollable vine, with boundaries becoming ever more blurred. Emily found herself deeply conflicted and torn. She knew this relationship was ethically wrong, but she couldn't bring herself to let go of her feelings for David. However, just as everything seemed to spiral out of control, rumors began to spread throughout the company that Emily had used improper means to climb the corporate ladder. Emily was frantic, but David seemed unconcerned, continuing with his behavior as if nothing had changed. To her surprise, David's wife, Sarah, suddenly appeared at the office. Sarah appeared calm and composed, looking at Emily with no trace of anger, but instead, a faint smile on her lips. Sarah invited Emily to her office, where she revealed a shocking secret. It turned out that Sarah and David's marriage had been a mere facade for years. They had maintained the appearance of a marriage for the sake of the company's interests. David had deliberately engaged in an affair with Emily, to give Sarah a reason to request a divorce. This would allow Sarah to take control of the company's assets during the division, strengthening her position. The rumors, too, were a joint effort between Sarah and David, orchestrated to force Emily to leave voluntarily. Emily was struck by this revelation as if hit by lightning. She had always thought she was caught in a complex emotional relationship, but in reality, it had been a carefully planned trap from the very beginning. She stared at Sarah, tears welling up in her eyes, her heart full of anger and regret.